Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. This is Kari. How are you? I am a fountain pen lover, art watercolor lover, very fanatic of art journaling and planning and bullet journaling and any source of journaling that brings my life to a state of happiness constantly. Stationery supplies and washi and everything related to art and glue therapy. So today I want to show you a little bit of notebooks that I'm using and the types of papers that I like. So I am going to show you first. This one is the Edgeter notebook. This was super expensive, and for me it's kind of out there at the level of pricing. So if you have any other recommendation of 100% cotton paper that comes in a price tag that is not that expensive, please let me know and I will show you the other less expensive options that I have here. But again, I'm looking for a quality similar to this one. So here I have my most loved art pieces. So when I do something here, most of the time what I do, it's like I scan the artwork and I put it in a postcard, you know? So sometimes you will see the postcard in this format. And I always, when I do the art and I print the kind of the draft of the postcard, I put them here. And when I go with the Urban Sketchers group, I also do some live sketches here, which brings me to my last pages. I have only 3 pages left. So this one, let me know. 100% cotton paper. I like to hot press. This one is hot press, but somebody said that if I'm planning to use watercolor, that it's going to be better to have cold press. I don't know. I still have to see what's happening with my next ones, because I want to use up first the ones that I already have. So this one is one. I have a couple of Leuchtturm sketchbooks. These ones are not 300 GSMs. These ones are 200, I think. Let me go double check inside how many GSMs we have. 150. So I am looking for something a little bit thicker than 150, but this one actually do the work with my practice, and I use this one to go with the Urban Sketcher community. That's why I have the Urban Sketchers Manifesto. And I started practicing at home first, sketching my own art supplies right here. And I kind of stopped sketching my art supplies and my teens with watercolor, because I kind of want to do everything. I want to also do my pencil colors and my watercolor pencils. So this is what's coming next in this notebook. But then on the other side, I have my urban sketching also exploration right at the back, because I bring many notebooks when I go to the Urban Sketchers, and I want to have one is drying and the other one is ready to use. So I have many notebooks available. This one, I show a little bit of peekaboo last time. Let's see if I can bring you closer to the notebook. So you see no distortion on the pictures that I'm showing you. So here I have a little bit of a journaling fountain pen use. I have water damage because I was doing watercolor, and then I have like one of those things that you clip here and the water is right there, and then it ended up spilling on all dirty water on the page. Well, accidents happen, and that's happened. I go to cafes with my husband waiting for the urban sketchers, and then I meet them and I do this artwork live on the places that I go, but close, like facing those places. I try to do all this live. I started doing like drawing the food. I only had a limited amount of watercolors and available supplies, so you will see that the colors are kind of like the same type of shades because I only work with a primary set for these outings. So this one is the other one that I have for urban sketching, and then I have this one is mainly for ink and quotes. So I started this one a long time ago when I got the notebook, and you see the date here. I date everything, and I started doing like quotes and little doodles with a mix of fountain pens and drawings, but then it shifted to ink swatches. So you're going to see here like tons of exploration with ink and drawings. I like to draw lamps, I like to draw faces, I like to draw. I used to follow the pen and ink challenge in Instagram. If you want to do like why are you doing this kind of random themes, because what happened is that you go to the pen and ink challenge and they post every week a quote or a list of themes that you need to follow every day you do it. It's kind of nerve-wracking to do it every single day of the week, but when you participate, there is a giveaway at the end of the week, and that's how I got many of my fountain pens and inks that I use in this notebook. I also have very few pages left, and my dear friend May gifted a new onion skin paper because I'm planning to use this one next time. Let me show you the new cover right here. Boom, boom. Lovely. So this one is my next one. I cannot stop writing in this type of pages. I will continue exploring art using onion skin paper. For me, this is part of my life already. The sound of the pages, the soothing ASMR feeling that you have when you're alone in the middle of the dark with only one lamp there and you're writing your quote. Oh, fantastic. It has many pages, but I was afraid of running out of this one, and because of the price tag, I said to myself, I'm not going to purchase this one again. So for Christmas, my dear friend sent it to me, and for me that was like, oh my God, a life-changing gift, life-changing everything. Let me tell you, journaling, you need to start journaling, everybody. And then last but not least, this one is the kind of like a throw it all. Do I have, let me bring you higher. Let's see if I can do like, let's see right there. Perfect. So this notebook I bought because one of the watercolor artists that I follow in YouTube, Martin, and I actually have his name here in this notebook because I follow sometimes his tutorials and I practice in this notebook. This is already broken, and I will show you what I brought to my trip to visit my mom, and this was in my bag. So it ended up broken everywhere, and I removed this one when I go out, and I keep only the inside part, but look at how chunky it became. And also it has almost 256 pages, so it's a very thick type of paper. Well, actually not thick paper, it's ink friendly because you use ink and it doesn't bleed through like this one. I do exploration, and this one has a theme. So what I do with this notebook, I call it intuitive art. Some people will do more abstract. In my case, I do a mix of landscapes, urban scenes, and ink journal, I would say. So we have the color of the ink written in pencil on the left, and then you see the way that the water kind of comes. And then you have, for example, when I have a darker ink, and this ink is super pigmented, sometimes Monteverde inks, they bleed through a little bit, and you will see like here, I actually had a little hole here, and I put too much ink right there, so it kind of messed up with the next page. But how beautiful this is, the effect of the ink and then the drawings on top. So I'm going to show you in the next video the travel journal memories when I went visit my mom. So that is over there. And then my art, ink art. This is a little horse. So if you don't understand what is happening, it's a night sky. And these scenes happen in my life. I have record of having enjoyed the view this way, and I go in the journal, and then I go like that. Oh, which color will match? And I prepared about 30 pages of ink before going to my trip, and I end up with 2 leftover pages. I need to prep all the rest of the pages with ink splatters, so I can continue creating. This is kind of my intuitive art journaling. This is with the Urban Sketchers. And I bring this one to urban sketching when we do drink and draw. When we go to restaurants, or when we go to cafes, or even if I'm home. This is falling apart completely. The quality of the binding is really bad, but the texture of the paper I like, because you can write with fountain pen and it will look fantastic. So that's kind of, this is the name of the watercolor artist that actually made me buy this book in Amazon, Martin Lashmer. Am I going to buy a notebook like this again? I really don't know. I think that exploring with ink and drawings on top of the ink was kind of a process, but I don't know. I think the quality of the notebook I don't like. It's not hardcover. I need a hardcover notebook. I cannot. If I bring this one, I have to bring like a flat surface that I need to work on. I like the quality of the paper, but am I going to get again a notebook like this just because of the paper? The price tag is affordable. Not so cheap, but again, I think I prefer the hardcover, and I cannot compromise that. What other ideas I have is to basically purchase the cotton paper and do the book binding myself, especially because I am so picky with the quality of the paper that I became kind of a non-sponsored watercolor explorer. And now I feel like I need a little bit of a help finding what I need. Sorry, I have staff watercolor pads right there. And here I have the notebooks, my art notebooks. I don't have a mini one, but I do have a new one that I purchased in my travels in Argentina. This one is handmade by Verona Cuaderno de Autor in Cordoba, Argentina. This paper is fountain pen friendly, so it's super, super smooth. So this one is for drawing. Actually, you can see how shiny this paper is. I'm going to do line art in this one. So this one still empty, getting on my pile of open sketchbooks. I have another one. Give me a second because I have another one here. This one, it's a larger Leuchtturm notebook that I also used when I was doing my Wonder Woman, kind of like learning how to draw a Wonder Woman and character design. So I repurposed this journal from comic style art and ink to urban sketching. So I didn't do any urban sketching yet, but still usable. So part 2, it says there, this is what I want to do. I already put the objectives and I already did some kind of a drawing that I am going to, I actually have the picture of the drawing below that I'm going to follow in order to do that. So this one is a big one, and these ones are, this one is A4, these ones are A5, and this one I don't know the size, but it's a square. You can see the size, handmade. All right. Thank you so much. If you check my account and if you're interested in the Leuchtturm notebooks, I have a discount code of 20% off in the Canadian website, linked below. Please subscribe to my channel. I would like to create a community that is a non-fuss kind of lover of stationery, fountain pen, watercolor art. In my next video, I will show you what I brought to my travels in Argentina. And when I went visit my mom, it was just it wasn't a vacation trip. And I kind of had time to actually browse around the house. And I was there stuck almost for a month, visiting her and helping to care for her and to help my sisters with my mom. So lots of time to art, lots of time to journal, especially when I was with her at home and when I was with my nephews and nieces doing some art. So I wish you all a beautiful rest of your day or evening, and I will see you soon with another video. Thank you so much. Have a good day.